Man, what a fight! Alright, so guys, so we are back with another video, and I know everybody seen the fight yesterday. You seen the fight? You didn't see the fight? I know a lot of people did see the fight. I know some of you guys didn't see the fight, but I know some of you guys seen like at least like little highlights and stuff of the fight. You know, Jake Paul versus Deji. Okay, so yesterday was the fight, August 25th, and was it worth it? No, God! Yes, it was worth it. It was well worth it, guys. Deji actually surprised me, guys. You guys think I'm lying? Like, some people that didn't, I know a lot of people seen stuff about it. Deji actually surprised me. I did think Deji was gonna do, you know, good, but I didn't think he was gonna do as good as he did. I thought he was gonna, I'm not sure what I thought. I just wasn't expecting that. Okay, I thought he was gonna do decent. Cause Deji was talking like if you guys watched the face to face, Deji was talking like he was 100% sure that he was gonna win. And now I can see that. Okay, now I can see that why he was talking that and why his confidence was so high. Because he's actually doing pretty good, guys. Look at that. Look at that! Look at that! Like, what? What? I'm not sure why I was thinking. I'm not sure. I know some people know what I'm talking about, guys. I seen like videos of him like probably 2 years ago, him fighting you know, other people, and he was always seemed like, you know, he wasn't really like a fighter. Like, he was always, KSI was always beating on him or something like that, or somebody was always like just playful hitting him. He was always like trying to block up and all that. But I guess his 3 months paid off, guys. He actually was swinging back. I thought he was gonna like always like backpedal and like put his hands up, and like I thought Jake Paul was just going to keep on hitting him, and he wasn't gonna swing back, and he was just gonna just take the hits. Boy, was I wrong. I was wrong, guys. Deji actually went out fighting like a champion, guys. He actually threw back when Jake Paul threw something. He threw back when it was crazy, guys. It was actually crazy. But the main thing about this is, how could he have won? How can Deji have won the fight? And do I think Deji could have won a fight? 100%, guys. Deji could have won a fight. Jake Paul, I did expect that from Jake Paul. Jake Paul already knew that he had, you know, experience with, you know, combat sport, which was wrestling. So I kind of thought, since he had that, you know, ability in the wrestling and had that experience, that he was going to do good in boxing. So when he transferred to boxing, he could take some of his wrestling, he can't take it, but since he kind of dealt with a one-on-one person in grappling, he could got boxing a little better than how Deji was. So I was expecting that from Jake Paul. Jake Paul actually, you know, I liked how Jake Paul, his stance was. Jake Paul was very comfortable. I didn't think Jake Paul would go be that comfortable. You know, because Jake Paul had his hand down the whole time. Most of the fight, he had his hands down. You know, his jab hand was down. So I wasn't expecting Jake Paul to be that comfortable as he was. I thought he'd probably be like more like you know, a little more tense, like a little more I don't know, but you guys know what I'm saying. But he was actually good. He was real loose. He was very comfortable. You know, he threw his jab out there real nice. So Jake Paul kind of expected that. He did better than Jake Paul actually did better than I thought too. So, but I a little bit expected that from Jake. But Deji surprised me 100%. I could see why he was talking like how he was talking. I could see why he believed that, why he was so confident in himself. I can see why. He actually did real good. I'm pretty sure he trained super good. He worked hard, so it was pretty good. But how can he won't beat Jake Paul? How could he have won? There's a few things that he could have did. Like I said, for one, guys, like I was saying a little earlier, that Jake Paul had his hand down, okay? Jake Paul had his hand down literally almost the whole fight. He was comfortable, he was confident, and he just knew like Jake Paul has confidence too. So he had his hand down, he had his right glove up. I think he's Orthodox. I'm not sure if he fights Southpaw or Orthodox, but I'm pretty sure it was his right hand up, and he had his left hand down, and he was, you know, what do you guys see open? Yeah, y'all see that? It's open. So what Deji could have done more in the fight was try to get his left, his left chin, his eye, you know, jabbed his eye more. But then again, Jake Paul is a little taller. I'm not sure how tall Deji was. I didn't get to see the side by side. But Deji is obviously shorter. But Jake Paul, I believe, is 6 foot. So obviously, I think Deji could have probably moved his head more to get in, because Jake Paul's hands was down to land a good clean like right hook or even a jab over and over again. But obviously you have to come in a little bit, okay? Another technique he could have used for his advantage and to win the fight, as you can see, Jake Paul was always, you know, kind of corner him and always, you know, trying to put him to the corner and like just hit him on the corner and stuff like that. And you can see that Deji put his hands up. But Deji actually good, okay? He actually did good, and like to fire him back, you know? He actually did a good firing back. He didn't just stay there and just take the hits over and over. He actually swung back. But another thing he could have did was actually a little more footwork, okay? Because as you see that every time Deji got back on on the ropes, guys, he did good. Well, he exchanged it back, which is good. He didn't just take it. You know, he got caught back on there. He just stayed like this. He could have did more footwork, okay? As Jake Paul was coming in, he could have been moving a little more, guys. He could have just been moving a lot more. He could have been moving his head a little more, just footwork, and just probably just moving a little more. Because like if you a shorter fighter, you want to be a taller guy, because he gonna be swinging down. So if you moving on like this, and you know moving your head, he gonna be like, what is he doing? Where is he? He ain't gonna know where you going. So his footwork, and if he was all just hopping around and kind of you know, just moving just like that, he could have easily, like, you know, confused Jake. Jake would have been like, okay, what is this guy doing? Why is this guy just jumping everywhere? Why is he moving so much? Why is his footwork going? Why is he here? Then he's here. It would have kind of confused Jake a little bit. Another reason, a third step, guys, that he could have used to probably win the fight, guys, was, you know, just working on his stamina, guys. You know, his endurance, guys, because obviously, guys, they are not professional. They have not been doing this for years upon years and years. And their stamina and stuff, endurance is not that high as a normal professional boxer. So, then he could work on more is his stamina, guys. Because for him to move a lot and throw more punches, obviously you need more energy, more stamina and stuff, and more endurance. And he did, his stamina was decent for it. He probably only been training for about 3 to 6 months, which is good. But if he had more stamina, like I said, he could have moved. As you can see that Jake Paul was throwing, his hands was like kind of down, or his hands was like not blocking his face. He got tired. He was leaning. He was just too tired. So if his stamina was a little more better, he could have moved around Jake more. He could have like threw more counter punches more, and Jake would have like probably backed off. So he, like I said, Deji could work on that few more things. He could have easily won a fight. I won't say easily, but you know, he could have his chances to be perfected those things. He could have went way higher, you know. And same for Jake Paul as well, stamina wise and stuff like that. Jake Paul, as he's a taller fighter, he worked his jab pretty good, you know. Since he won the fight, we're not gonna go into details on how he could have won, because he already won, so I don't need to tell him anything, because obviously he won. He did something right to win the fight, right? But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think below. This is just my opinion, guys. You guys can have a total different aspect of this and how you perceive it, and you guys can have a whole different one. Let me know down below what you think Deji could have done differently to win the fight, guys. Make sure you guys smash that like button, guys. Jake Paul, he deserved to win. He won fair and square. He deserved that win. Like he said, he been training hard, which he most likely has, and he deserved that belt, guys. He definitely showed Deji his respect, because he didn't go around and say, oh, Deji was just super easy, it was nothing. He actually, you know, said, okay, Deji, whoa, he surprised me. Like I was saying, because I wasn't even expecting Deji was going out there. I already know for sure Jake was like, hold on, Deji really throwing swings like that? I don't know, guys. But Deji Congrats to Deji. He won in my book as well. Let me know what you guys think of this video down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ooh.